John, I'm curious on your side, from a SymphonyAI perspective, what are some of the best use cases from agentic AI that you've seen? You touched a little bit about investigator support, but I'm curious where you've seen some measurable outcomes and kind of what those outcomes have been.
Yeah, so the best example that I can give is that investigator process itself, and there are many more that we're beginning to work through. But the investigator process, right? A case, an alert adjudication, and then followed by the case disposition. So we have, broken that process down step by step, right? And looked at what are the jobs to be done and how much of that can be intelligently orchestrated with an agent, right? We believe today, that about 70% of that work can be safely executed by an agent, giving the organization that amount of savings and value capture from that process, right? North of 70% of those tasks can be comfortably done today by agents. So that's the kind of impact that we can drive. And we touched on the front office onboarding process. I think that is ripe for again similar sort of disruption as well, right? The onboarding process. I've heard numbers range from tens of days to the best of them doing that in a few days, right? When you look at the complete onboarding, that's again ripe for change to the degree of 50-60% reduction in the total elapsed time and the effort and the cost expended there. So those are some examples there.
Yeah, those are great examples.